campus, and is it, how have you adjusted to life on the East Coast, being, you know, so far away from family and friends in California and all that?
I feel like life at Clemson's been great. You know, this is everything I wanted. Being able to choose Clemson, this is everything. Everything they told me was going to be about. It's been everything they told me about. So I mean, it's been a great adjustment coming from the West Coast, coming to the East Coast. It's not been too hard, but I mean, there's a lot of change here coming into South Carolina. Things are a lot different than coming from Southern California. Change of pace is different. Nice. I feel like there's a lot nicer people here in South Carolina, so that's really cool. But I feel like it's just been a great experience. I've just been trying to soak it all up.
DJ, this is Matt Connolly with the State Newspaper. What was it like getting out there and getting some playing time for the first time on Saturday?
It was a great experience. You know, it was something I've been working for my whole life, and be able to just step on the field and just be able to take my first snap as a Clemson Tiger. You know, it was just a great moment, especially for me, also for my family, to be able to get to watch it back home, get to see their excitement for me just being on the field. You know, just be able to play college football. This is just a big accomplishment for my life, and I was just super excited to be out there and just especially being a Tiger.
For some people, they may not want to go to a place where you have a quarterback like Trevor. What was it about you that you saw that as an opportunity to learn from him instead of going somewhere where maybe you could play right away?
I mean, Trevor, he's the best quarterback in college football. He's definitely the best player in college football. So me be able just to learn under Trevor and just see the things he does on and off the field. You know, I just try to take notes and just try to just see what he does and just try to pick his brain here and there, just to see like what makes him great. I mean, seeing every day the way he works, different sacrifices he makes from on the football field to off the football field, and just how he organizes his time. It's just a lot of great things that I try and take, so I can just be able to just try to get close to a player as he can, be good as a player as he is.
DJ, this is Gene Sapikoff in Charleston. Could you kind of update us on what your thinking is about playing baseball eventually at Clemson?
Most likely I won't play baseball, but I mean, it's always a thought in my head, but as of right now, I'm just sticking with football. But I mean, it's always an option now.
DJ, this is Larry Williams with CUTigers.com. The system that you had in high school, offensive system, how much did that prepare you for what you've been doing now with sort of your comfort in the offense and how you're able to process things?
I feel like at St. John Bosco, I went to high school at, I feel like my offense was super similar to what we do here at Clemson. I feel like Coach Lowe, I feel like my offensive coordinator, Coach Lowe, I feel like he did a great job preparing me coming into Clemson. Just be able to just kind of did some of the similar reads and some of the similar players that we run here at Clemson. I feel like I did that a lot in my high school. I feel like it gave me a little push and a little head start just coming into college and be able to just kind of grasp it a little bit better than maybe if I went to another high school.
Hey, DJ, it's Josh from the Post and Courier. What are some of those specific things that you've learned from Trevor that you've been able to integrate into your daily routine?
I think some of the things is just the way he approaches the game. I mean, it just right when he steps on the field, you know, he takes everything. It's like he has like a business mindset, and he takes every single rep matters and every single rep counts. That no matter if it's just like a walkthrough rep, that you can just see that he takes it. But he can make sure he's accountable on everything he has to do, and he just takes it super seriously. And that he wants everyone to know that he's the leader on the team, and everyone knows that. But it's how accountable he is. I think that's one thing I try to work on. I want to be just like him, but that's like kind of like how accountable he is to the team. Everyone knows that he's going to get his job done, and he's going to perform for the team just on and off the field. And I feel like that's one big thing I want to take away from him.
Hey, DJ, Anna, this is 24/7 Sports. Go ahead, Grace.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, DJ, this is Grace Rayner from The Athletic. Just how and when Coach Streeter let you know that you had won that second string job?
I mean, I think he well, I was going in, I think it was Friday morning before the game. Kind of like Friday morning before we left for the game. It was like Friday morning that he was telling me he told me that I was going to go out after Trevor came out, and I was going to go in first. That's what he told me.
How did it feel like? I guess what was your reaction to that?
It was pretty cool. It felt really good. It felt like it was a great accomplishment. It was very honored. I was very honored to be able to be awarded the second string job and be able to go out there. But I just wanted to be able to make sure I do my part for the team, make sure I'm ready. Just make sure I'm ready for the team and be able to do my part for them.
Hey, DJ, just grasping the offensive install, whether it was in the spring or in fall camp, was that easier or harder than you expected coming in?
It's definitely harder. I mean, coming into college, I didn't know really what to expect. Playing in high school, you have an offense that you have a great concept, but coming into college is just a whole nother level that you have to think about. There's a lot more things you have to think about. Different protections, different people, different blitzing schemes. Like you gotta account for this person, that person. But I feel like it's just a process. You just really gotta stay in your notes and just ask questions and ask coaches. You just gotta really study. I feel like if you want to be great, you just gotta really study your notes and just you gotta put in the work. If you don't put in the work, then I feel like you're not gonna really understand it.
And then technique-wise, what are one or two things that you feel like you're really honing in, maybe since you got here or, going forward, that you've talked with Streeter or just kind of feedback you've gotten on that front?
Definitely footwork. Coach Streeter's on me every day about my footwork, just making sure my footwork is exactly the same for each play. For this play, we have a 3-step drop. This play, we have a 1-step drop. Just make sure my footwork is tight in with my eyes, so they can make sure the ball comes out correctly.
DJ, Clemson has had so many weapons offensively for years, particularly at the wide receiver position. Was that a factor for you in your recruitment and just knowing that you would have so many options at the wide receiver and also the tight end position?
Definitely. I mean, I was always. I mean, they'll call Clemson wide receiver U for no reason. So, I mean, coming to Clemson, I knew I was going to definitely have big weapons to throw to. We've had countless receivers in the past that have been here. I already knew the guys already here, and I was super excited to be able to just get to throw the ball to them. Yes, sir.
DJ, this is Larry Williams again. I'm guessing that the distance from family has to be the hardest part of coming here. What was it like seeing the videos of their sort of real time reaction to you getting your first action?
I mean, it was super cool. I remember after the game, seeing stuff on Twitter. Like my uncle posted, I think my uncle Mal posted a couple of stuff when you get in the game. I mean, it's super exciting. And my mom sending me videos of her watching the game. My dad. I mean, it's super exciting seeing that. Just be able to see my parents that they got to see me on TV. They got to see me get in the game. So it's just like a surreal moment for me to be able to play at Clemson, be able to play in a game on ESPN, and I mean, it was just super cool just to see my family, see how excited they were. I know they've been dreaming of this day as well as I was.
DJ, you've been compared to Trevor and Deshaun basically since you committed. Just what's it like arriving with those kind of expectations, and how have you handled all of that?
I mean, I feel like, first of all, it's definitely a great honor to be able to be compared to Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. These are two great quarterbacks that come here, but I feel like it's just a true honor to be able to be compared to them because they're such good quarterbacks. And I feel like I just want to be able to do my part for the team, whatever I can do for the team, just help them out, just make sure I'm accountable and know my stuff and just be able to be the best team that I can be. I feel like that's all I want to be as DJ, as a player.
DJ, what's your first memory? The first time you saw Clemson, that it sort of, when was that? And can you remember when they first sort of went on your radar just as a football program?
Probably the first memory. I think it had to be. I think it was definitely Taj Boyd was here. He was a quarterback, and I was watching ESPN I think I was watching like Saturday morning or like Saturday afternoon because I think they played at 12 o'clock. But I was like younger. I was probably like trying to think. I was probably like maybe middle school. But I remember just one play, they just threw like a bomb. I just seen them like on ESPN, they were just throwing bombs like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, man, it's the type of offense I want to play. I just want to throw the ball deep. So I mean, that was like the first memory I seen them. Like, man, I'm like, who's Clemson? Like, I like the orange jerseys they had on. I'm like, man, that's a dope color. I'm like, orange. You don't really see orange and purple. I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then you seen the hill. I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like, that was the first memory for me, just seeing Taj Boyd just throwing bombs away like the Sammy Watkins. DeAndre Hopkins, I just seen bombs being thrown. I'm like, oh shoot, this school I want to be at. I'm like, I just want to throw the ball deep.
So it at that point was when you were thinking, that's a school I would really like to go to.
Definitely, yeah. That was a school I never really heard of Clemson, but after seeing the offense, I'm like, shoot, I like this offense right here. It's just throwing the ball deep in me. That's kind of like what I like to do, especially at a younger age. I just like to throw the ball deep. But that was probably my first memory of Clemson.
Have you since gotten a chance to connect with Taj and kind of pick his brain a little bit?
Yeah, no, I've gotten to meet Taj a couple of times. He's just a really cool guy. I mean, he was a great quarterback here at Clemson. So I've gotten to ask him a couple of different questions, and he's a really cool guy. So it's been a true honor to get to meet him.
With that being said, DJ, this week's opponent, have you ever heard of the Citadel or know anything about the Citadel?
No, I know we played them. Last year, or I think the year before. But I've definitely heard about them. I know they played USF this last week. So they're a great opponent. I'm trying to get ready and just prepare myself for them.
Hey, DJ, did you relay that back to Taj? Like, hey, like when I was a kid, I watched you play, and that kind of, introduced you to Clemson. Did you tell him about that?
I haven't really told him about that, but I mean, I haven't got to tell him about it yet. But I mean, maybe next time I see him, I'll definitely tell him about that. Yes, sir.
DJ, it's Trevor again. Since you just said you love to throw the ball deep, a lot of noise was made about you winning that long ball competition at that camp, I guess a couple of years ago, that Trevor Lawrence was at, throwing the ball 70 yards plus. Was that kind of a highlight for you to do that? And have you and Trevor had any similar type competitions since you've been on campus?
I mean, it was definitely a highlight winning a competition, be able to throw the ball the farthest. But I mean, here we haven't had like no competitions like throwing the ball the farthest. But Trevor can throw the ball super far. So I don't know. I think he might. I don't know if he would win or if I would win. I don't know. But we haven't done anything like that.
DJ, playing with the second team, you've been going against Brian Rise a lot on the other line, other side of the scrimmage. Anything that he's done that stood out to you, and how much does he like to trash talk during practice?
I mean, that's my roommate, so I mean, it's always good playing against him. But man, Brian's the real deal. So be able to see him go out there in the game and be able to get his first sack, I was just super excited about. Ran on the field and wanted to go celebrate with him. But I mean, it was just super cool to be able to see that and then practicing against him. I mean, he's just a big dude. I mean, he's 6'5", like 300 pounds. I mean, he can dunk the basketball. He can do a 360. So his athleticism is through the roof. And then this is how smart he is of a football player he is. And then, so I mean, he's gonna be an amazing athlete here.
DJ, you said you like to throw bombs. Was there any adjustment coming to Clemson, I guess, in trying to learn to take what's there, not try to do too much and take the underneath stuff sometimes when it's there and just working through all of that?
I mean, I like to throw balls, but I know I can't throw the ball every single play. But there's definitely have been some times where I might want to throw it deeper. It's not there, so you just check it down to the running back. So I mean, definitely, coming to Clemson, Coach Ellie does a great job of explaining the offense, and also same thing as Coach Streeter. Coach Streeter does a great job just going through the progressions. If that thing's not there, just keep moving your progressions. Always remember find your check down.
DJ, we've heard a lot about the way that you can move. How would you describe yourself as a runner?
I feel like I'm definitely not the fastest guy in the field. I mean, 250, so I'm not the fastest guy, but I feel like I can move pretty well for how big I am. But I feel like I just want to go north and south, not east and west. That's when I run. And then if someone's in my way, I like contact, so I like to feel the contact, especially using my helmet.
Any other questions for DJ?
Yeah, hey, DJ, I apologize if this has already been asked because I just was able to jump in. Do you have any baseball plans for the immediate future as well, or is it strictly football for the foreseeable future?
Right now it's just strictly football, but I mean, baseball's always there, so I don't really know yet. But right now I'm just sticking with football.
DJ, was there any thought of going somewhere where you could play more immediate and not have a guy like Trevor to have to wait behind for a year?
I mean, not really. I mean, I was going through the whole process. I mean, for me, I didn't really. I mean, if there was a quarterback like Trevor, I mean, me coming under here and be able to learn from him, I feel like that's probably a bigger accomplishment than going into a place and starting day one, because I feel like I'm right behind the best quarterback in the country and the best player. So for me, I get to pick his brain and see how he does it and just to learn from him. So I feel like that's just a great step. It's kind of like when you go into the NFL, like Aaron Rodgers, he went behind Brett Favre and he got to pick his brain, learn from him. He got to sit behind him and he got to see the game from how he looks at it. And then now look at him, he's a great player right now for the Green Bay Packers. I feel like if he maybe would have gone to the league and started, he might not have been as good as he was, because he got to go play behind Brett Favre. But he's also a really great player. So I feel like it's also just for me. I didn't really look into like who's the starting quarterback. I just wanted to find a program that fit with what I was looking for, and then whoever that program was, and whoever is there, I just wanted to go there. It didn't really matter to me.
All right, we have time for one more question for DJ.
Hey, DJ, what would count as a successful season? I mean, you mentioned that you're content working behind Trevor Lawrence. I guess, how are you measuring success in this freshman season?
Can you repeat that one more time? My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you were just talking about, you're content working behind Trevor and learning from him and everything. I guess, how would you measure success this season for yourself individually?
I feel like me measuring success is just doing my job each and every play, carrying out my fakes, carrying out my reads, making sure that I'm accountable for the team, making sure I'm getting all my work done, making sure I'm the best team I can be, just be able to be accounted on and be able to just know I'm doing the best thing for my team. As long as I'm doing that, I feel like as long as I'm doing my part for the team, making sure I can make the team as best as I can through how I can help with the team, and then that's how I measure success.
All right, with that wraps up DJ's availability. We'll have Will Putnam up shortly.
Thank you.
Yeah.